Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. And I suppose I need to start today's video with an apology of sorts, because today we're going to be talking about an issue that is widespread and affecting a lot of players, and I'm not one of them, and therefore I completely glanced over it. But over the course of last several days, it has been brought up to me time and time again by my teammates, by my viewers, by people in my comment section and in live streams and pretty much everywhere else. And it is the issue of gold. The reason why I never brought it up is because I genuinely did not notice the fact that Necropolis does not have any gold at all whatsoever associated with it. However, obviously it has plenty of rewards associated with it that do require you to spend said gold. Starting from the relic, because relic rank ups are suspiciously expensive. Obviously 7-star champion acquisition and 7-star rank ups to rank 2 and 3 cost quite a lot, a new 6-star champion. And as an end result, a mere completion of Necropolis effectively demands close to 10 million gold, or upwards of 10 million gold, to actually utilize all the resources that you get, especially if you pull a new 7-star. And if you plan on ranking up that Maestro, so taking Maestro from rank 1 to rank 5, taking 7-star from rank 1 to rank 2, taking 7-star from rank 2 to rank 3, and even, leveling up some 7-stars that you acquired there via Titan Crystal or those 7-star crystals. And that in totality costs like 10 plus million gold. And obviously, we wouldn't expect necessarily Necropolis to have 10 plus million gold in completion. That's kind of like the part of the deal always when a bigger piece of content come out and you acquire larger amount of resources, your gold stash go down. However, currently we have a situation with people who genuinely cannot, level up their champions that they have taken up to rank 3 because of completion. And also, to be absolutely clear in this video, I'm not talking about exploration. I think if somebody has already rushed out Necropolis exploration, you're probably not in that big of an issue with gold. You're more likely in the category where I fell in, where I didn't even notice the fact that Kabam excluded the gold from rewards this time. And that is, again, this is coming from the place of, not being in the same shoes as some other people. I didn't realize, but that is having a massive impact of people. I've spoken to people who deliberately are not doing Necropolis right now because they just, know that they will not be able to do anything with the rewards, and they might as well just, farm and, wait and be patient a bit. And I have spoken to people who have explored it and are just sitting on these materials because they can't really rank up much because they have gone already from like 8 million gold to 0, and, they're still short. And obviously many people who have completely depleted their gold stashes as well. And this kind of stings even more, considering that Abyss of Legends, which, would be the content that we look at to compare Necropolis to, I would say, because that is the most recent Everest type of content. And then we can take a look at Abyss of Legends rewards, and we can see that in total there were 6 million gold. Or in other words, there was like 1 million for each path, basically, but 6 million gold. So you'd naturally expect with the increased cost and everything else, that to be approximately 10 million gold, 9 million gold, 12 million gold in Necropolis rewards. But not. And to kind of make it even funnier, the only other quest that is in this tab, quite literally, the only other quest that does not have gold in some way, shape, or form as reward is Labyrinth of Legends. So they had some gold in Realm of Legends, they took it out for Labyrinth, they put it back in for Abyss, and somebody had to make a very, very deliberate decision to take out or not include gold as a reward for Necropolis. Which again kind of raises more questions, whether that was a genuine oversight or some malicious, I wouldn't necessarily say malicious, but deliberate action in order to further some other goal in Kabam's mind. Because obviously Kabam is monitoring the situation with the gold, and it is no secret that currently ISO is bigger struggle than it has been, because our ISO acquisition hasn't increased that much recently compared to the fact that 7 stars eat a lot more ISO and gold. So gold stashes and ISO stashes are being drained. And that I can attest to some degree myself. This is like the very first time in many years that I have personally dropped below 100 million gold. I was at like 140 million or 130 million not too long ago. And for a while it had stayed, relatively stable. And it has been dropping by several million a month, basically, with my gaming habits. And similar to that, also my ISO stash is smaller than it has been in a really long time. And for the first time in like 4 or 5 years, I actually ran out of specific class ISOs when I was leveling up champions. That took me by a major surprise, and it was like just a little bit of an indicator that there might be something happening. Because typically, in situations like this, if I notice something on my account, that means that there is a bigger problem, because a lot of people will have had to struggle with it for quite a while. Because, no shame to admit, I am one of the sweaty tryhards. I do not necessarily spend a lot on the game, but, as evident with Necropolis and pretty much everything else, I do try to play the game at the highest level. And as complete of a package as possible. I do grind arenas a fair amount now and then, not always, but I do all the top tier AQs, AWs, battlegrounds, incursions, and stuff like that. So, what do you think, guys? Ultimately, it comes down to this. Do you think this was a genuine oversight by somebody compiling the list of Necropolis rewards and kind of like being excited to add in like a mastery point or something else? Or do you think it was a deliberate action to further some sort of other goal, which, typically would be some sort of monetization in the game? There might be some new gold offers coming soon. There might be extra juicy amounts of gold added to the Cyber Weekend sales. There might be something else happening with it that we are not aware of, which, is personally what I think. Because, it kind of seems too obvious to miss out on. Typically, I always like to attribute negligence and incompetence instead of maliciousness in issues like this, as a rule of thumb. But in this case, I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that it was deliberate not to include gold in order to create fast and quick and effective gold shortage to thousands of players who are doing their completion paths for Necropolis, given how many rank up, again, gold and ISO requiring rewards are in there. Because again, relics cost a lot of gold to rank up, so there's a relic. If you form a Titan crystal, so there's 1 7-star, there's 2 more 7-stars in the class crystals, and if you pull new 7-star, then obviously that will require ISO for you to level it up. Then taking 7-star from rank 1 to 2 to 2 to 3, that requires a lot of gold. 6-star from rank 1 to 5. All of these rewards basically are in the category of eating up your gold and ISO primarily. And the gold itself is nowhere to be seen. Again, I would not expect them to cover all your gold requirements in these rewards themselves, because again, that's how this game works. You get this stuff, you get some gold rewards, but then you play around the entire other areas of the game to kind of finish accumulating the gold that you require. But here we are. Ultimately, do you think somebody did this intentionally? And if so, what for? Because obviously, the end goal for Kabam would pretty much always be monetization as a profit company. But the question is how and where they can try and squeeze something out of you guys. Something ain't right. This just doesn't feel right, does it? The fact that Necropolis has no gold in its rewards. It definitely feels off. Spidey sense tingling. What say you guys? And I'm going to catch you guys later. Bye-bye. proceed with hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information